So it all started when I was in class ninth, and the first day I was on my own for my way to the school. That day, my hatred towards public transportation started, and it's been 5 years since then, and I still hate the public transportation as much as I did back then. My hatred has actually risen up exponentially. And so, upon entering college, there is a phrase that upon entering college, everyone experiences some sort of new desire which comes in people. Some start to desire love, others start to desire a new phone, some people start to desire a better social group. I had the desire of wanting to own my own personal bike, and that's what I wanted. But I was still skillless. I had no monetizable skill, and thus I did what every kid does. I asked my parents for it. But due to bad financial situations at my house, my parents refused. But I am a bit stubborn and I kept asking them until one day I just stopped, and I heard this Alex Hormozy quote that demand nothing, earn everything. Demand nothing, earn everything. That day was yesterday. And I thought to myself that instead of begging people for a thing, I can just work for it and earn it. And the level of pride I will feel upon earning something by my own two hands would be much greater than if someone gave it to me. And yesterday I had this revelation that I will start working towards this goal, and I will document the process on YouTube. Now, Now, the next question comes that why this journey on YouTube and why this sudden goal? See, personally, I love to not hold myself to outputs because obviously we don't know the timeline of these outputs that when will they occur. But you but it's very easy to measure outputs rather than inputs, right? You can measure how much weight you lost this month very easily, but you can't measure how good the gym session was, right? So, this goal of me wanting a bike is very reasonable. Why? Because it's quantifiable. I can count it, right? I can count the number of lakhs I need to buy a particular bike instead of making or relying on Substack users or YouTube monetization. I can quantify it that like for example, my goal, even if my goal is get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I don't really know how when will I get there. I might get there in 1 year, or I might not get there in 5 years. Why? Because it's not controlled by me. A large portion of this is controlled by YouTube. So that's one thing. But to earn money, we can earn various ways. Like you can do a job, you can start a business, you can do side hustles, you can tutor people, you can do a servicing, you can do some sort of service to people, you can edit their videos, you can post on YouTube, you can do a plethora of things. So this goal just made sense. The second reason was for deciding this goal was that I could feel I was getting softer day by day. I was waking up a bit late, I was a bit slow, I didn't have the same drive, I was wasting a lot of time talking unnecessary things to my siblings, which I never did. And all these things made me believe that I was getting soft, which is true. Because in my JEE days, I used to study 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day and still didn't feel enough. But now, working 4 or 5 hours a day felt enough. And that's where it hit me that I need to do something, or else I will go downhill. That's why I decided on this goal because this gave me a new renewable kind of masculine energy. That okay, I've decided this big goal, and now I will push through it. I will try to get there to it. And that was a very beautiful and energetic feeling which I had after quite some time. Now the third thing was that why on YouTube? Because like why post on YouTube? I could just try and buy a bike, right? On the money go buy a bike. Why post on YouTube? Because first of all, it will give me a reason, an excuse to actually keep posting weekly updates on YouTube. It's very great to document a process, and this process I think is worth documenting. Earning my first paycheck is and earning my first dream thing by my own two hands is a really great feeling, and I want to document it. And I want to show people that you can do it. And what better way is to inspire someone by showing them the path you followed, right? So that's my goal. The second thing is that I also believe that it's really great to have a personal brand, and it's very necessary to be able to speak fluently and to communicate my ideas to others in a very cohesive way. And this exercise which I do, talking myself to a camera and explaining my ideas, actually helped me a lot in being able to think clearly, logically, and then communicate my ideas to others. So it's a really great practice. But I always used to avoid it. I never felt like doing it because I already post my writings on Substack, and I also post the excerpts of these writings on Insta. And I felt that if I would also post that on YouTube, it would be just regurgitated content. It would be repetitive, and I didn't want to be it like that. And so this series would be different because it would have kind of a different way, a new angle to the same thing, to the same insights, but packaged in a new way, right? So, what is my goal? My final goal with this series is to buy a bike by my birthday, which is on 7th August this year. As the time to which I'm recording this video, it's 28th of February. So I have a round of about 5 months and 10 days. That's a pretty ambitious goal, in my opinion, if you have never earned anything, right? But Elon taught us to have unrealistic deadlines to push yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have this unrealistic deadline, and I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to hit it. I'm really gonna try to hit it. So, what is the things which I will be trying? I will be applying to a bunch of jobs, both remote and on location sites, and I will try to get gigs, small gigs for which people will pay me. In the meantime, I will also keep on writing my essays, doing my lead code and coding so that my initial success, like the things which will in the end determine my huge success, are not broken. Like those compounding interests, those compounding, that compounding which I have done with my writing, with my lead code journey, with my coding journey, don't doesn't stop. It grows on while I add some few things which I think will be helpful for me to be able to earn quickly. So that's a thing, and it will be difficult. It will be very difficult because already my schedule is quite hectic with going to the gym 5 times a week, running on the sixth day, five on the sixth day, then writing one good essay which I like per week, and doing lead code 4 to 5 times a week, and coding and reading, and also helping my father in his business. So my schedule is quite hectic, but this is something which I want. I want to have my own vehicle which I can, which will allow me to go anywhere I want, and if I want something, I will just go get it, right? That's the human, in a way, human will, that if a human wants something, he just goes and gets it, and that's what I want to do. And starting today, I will work on this, and I will keep you guys updated on what I'm doing each week around. Like today is Saturday, on the Saturday when I'm recording, but since uh, from the next week, I will be posting these updates every week on Sunday, and that's my plan. And I hope it will be a fun journey, and I hope it won't be like my other journeys which started and stopped. Yeah, bye. Take care. As always, I'm watching from afar and I'm rooting for you and myself. Take care.